You, Dr. Amoakohene, we saw Ura Huduyaya at the age of 27 years, or Babaye, the regional minister, our northern region. You were regional minister at the age of 35 years, if I'm right. In fact, I don't know Gardner, Charity Gardner, or Ahafo region, but you as the who ascended to the regional minister office at the age of 35 years. We have seen yes, Upoku Menu. We have seen Upoku Mensa, we have seen Simon Osai Mensa, Daniel Ohine Jakum, Samuel Sapon, Eric Opoku, on and on and on. Samson Kwakubuafo, you are the youngest. So sometimes, you know, so what's the honest say about me say, sa situation, some pennyful we say, Munane, a wasona, what do you feel? Sometimes you take it as a grace of a competence, they believe in you, that is why they put you there.
But that's because you got the chair at food now. So, Bible says, I'm finding free Suame, I see it as a great opportunity and as a product of grace, because about competence in India, most definitely there are more people out there who may be sharper than I am. But in a manner, not quite money, no pencil, any brush, or any BBI. And I say grace and thank God and thank His Excellency President. Say, Amoakohene say 7,000 mine and my region.
I see. Now quickly catch you by say roughly by 1 year, 3 months I say Mekase, tell me for the past for the next 2 minutes tell me the state of Ashanti region CCI and no make a so that we can take it one by one. What will it be?
Great, thank you. The Ashanti region development, I'm sure I'll spend some time with you. We'll be taking it sector by sector.
Yes.
So that it'll be perspective, then we'll be able to have a holistic discussion. Because you're a regional minister, you represent the president, and a constitutional mandate here say, who coordinate, supervise, monitor what the district assemblies are doing. And to her specifically, RCCs, you're running any capital projects, you're running any projects, and now IGF whatsoever. What they say, actually, they are not president.
Okay.
Beyond that, also, will colleague ministers at the various sectors, so here actually, so that BB Koso, BB Nkoye, BB here more attention, then we are able to come in as and when to be able to help them in that regard. And see, you're sector by sector, so that we'll be able to, as it were, digest everything into the details. But I mean, having assumed office as a young minister definitely meant that there were a lot of things that you need to learn on the job.
Yeah.
As I was mentioning the other time during one of my speeches, I said that when you give young people opportunity like this, it's not as though we will not make mistakes. We will make mistakes. When the mistakes come, the elderly should make sure they correct us. When we need direction, they should provide us with direction. Now, if you base on that, because my young people no opportunity, how would we learn? How would we own the future? How would we take responsibility in making sure, say, that we would be able to hold the country near page there at the amount? Two for us, no matter no massy. The buyer no matter say, or Monano more for us if we're and now Mahu say, many munyam, ever do me who you're almost any munyam, the better is almost a team a year. I'm 124 time a cheek. And anytime the children also said the cry, I run to them and we are able to have a solution throughout. And yes, that's sector by sector that we delve into what we came to inherit, what the gaps are, what we are doing to fill in the gaps, and what the future for the region in that sector is.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sector by sector. You when we appear before the vetting committee, I saw the red eyes. Now the determination. Obian me say nenya dia bit me disappointed the president. So if that sector by sector, let's start from health. I think say that's the most when ya pomodini ayentimi and we said the next question. I remember in 2008 November a budget was read 2009 budget. So the budget statement captured about hospitals in Ashanti region. That is Afari military hospital, and the regional hospital. And was in fact that NDPP went to opposition, NPP came. President Mills did one or two things, but because of the Arab Spring, you know, the arrogate for no, yenye ready kakradi who say since they were from Egypt, you know, and by the Arab Spring, you know, moment President Mahama revived that, project. Or shares that project now say 2014 eba. Besi 2014. Kumasi Ashanti region, you share the region, the second largest populous region. Now we shall see the military hospital and the regional hospitals being stored. Tell us, take us through. After President Mahama 2016, Tamana and Nomebano. Oko office, the dear partner masa 2 projects we say. Aston Besine yentimi MBA this hospitals and yentimi Kwaja Risau.
Great. And the health sector issues usually are Afari the base, the primary level, secondary level, tertiary level. But once I figure, on these 2 programs, what it means is in the tertiary level hospitals, until I'll discuss it from the top down.
Okay.
In every health sector delivery, usually what happens is and can work quaternary back now or ABR tertiary by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Now secondary delivery, that's the district level hospitals, In the tertiary, the acquire or Ashanti region sending a BBI conformity. MMA, sir, Afari military hospital, this is where military hospital, very important. Because at the end of the day, once these hospitals to take some of the referrals, all the unnecessary pressure to conformity, which is the tertiary hospital at this level.
Yeah.
Said the wild narrative issue, it got abandoned at the point because of one reason or the other. From 2014 all the way to 2026, still continuing with Afari military hospital. However, we have had the assurance of the health minister said this year there will be a Siwa Regional Hospital. And to where road minister Bahat last Tuesday, Yama Kofi Job air cost Siwa Kwaino, because the Kwaino a choir a kitu ayabasa say ambulance and fast acquiring so with emergencies and all that a bit counterproductive. But I tell better to put to no delay the time. And the purpose of a referral center say we be smooth access. And to Kofi Job call. Whilst Kofi Job call, what we are doing is say you move all health establishment and war Kumasi South Hospital. I currently am the Regional Hospital, so called. Yeah. They move all that structure, not they are called Siwa. They are maintaining Kumasi South, as a district hospital, that's a secondary level hospital. Okay. And the Siwa, they heard him said this year, and they went me as Tatiho Afari military hospital. Yes, Siwa, this year, you heard him say
before we go to the Afari, we are told is the Kumasi South and Kumasi North. The North is Treso and the South is the regional hospital for Ashanti region. And they serve as Ashanti Regional Hospital, right?
Yes, so one of the serve as Ashanti Regional Hospital, just like Greater Accra Regional Hospital, serve as a regional hospital for a Greater Accra. Then
so
could boost.
Let's just say Agogodiano, our Benshi Sisiano. You move the regional hospital. Now, the person who say the Agogo regional hospital, no Kumasi South, no, and then a Kumasi and as Ashanti regional hospital for now.
Currently,
okay.
Yes, currently, and Ashanti Regional Hospital.
Oh, I see. So, move your say now. Then you move the regional hospital there. Then that one remains at a district hospital.
As a district hospital, precisely so.
Okay, proceed.
So, Afari military hospital. And also contract and submitted variations in terms of cost, because projects usually get abandoned for a very long time at cost of commodities, raw material, BBS. And as I speak with you now, Defense Ministry, which is a more primary project, like a Shomasi Daeli, and the Finance Ministry, are resolving. Thankfully, Finance Minister and the acting Defense Minister. So we are hoping they are able to resolve it amicably and then undergo procurement processes. So that at the end of the day, variation cost of projects at the initiation stage. But a bit closer because from 2014, 2013, thereabout, all the way to 2026, over 13 years now. And here they are never be that is the reason why Afari, we are not able to give you a clear timeline as to what we're going to do in terms of the complete. By your top on the agenda, who say a hopeful any idea they have committed this hospital to district assembly now on say more monthly cleanup exercise any Sunday, and they should take charge of the place so that at the end of the day, and say, oh, no matter my home fire, and thankfully too, with the support of military headquarters, they are helping us to be able to maintain the place whilst we wait for the procurement processes to be done so far as Afari area concerned. So basically, these are two tertiary level hospitals and in the state as we speak now. Quaternary level hospital.
Before you back, you mentioned Sewa, that's the regional hospital, and I say roots. Kofi Jobu koye roots near the tini human ami say roots ne and normal be na aka for now. You are doing it. So hono, what is the problem? Problem say oh anu tino obeto ya ni ntimi mi ane
electricity, we had a challenge into a hono connection, no electricity supply and equipments and its installations and also not the door now and actual construction works are still ongoing. I be or class contractor yes as a completed their and basically these were the major issues with that. And the electricity problem, roads, equipment installation and some few construction works. Then we are done completely so far as project is concerned.
Okay, proceed for me. Go ahead.
Now we move to quaternary level facility, which is the KNUS Medical Center. And Tianono should serve the purpose of UGMC in the region, just like UGMC Eboa Accra. And also, no of Akofone started here, as you all know it. And then also get abandoned at a point until say President Mahama as a man in Ibahua. Wabwa my agency and no get fund concert constructions no and the get fund ababisu mama make available 400 million Ghana cedis. So much get fund a page on making those publications in I think some 2 days ago. And the last year in so PPA how everything procurement processes right. So they made available 400 million Ghana cedis, somewhere equivalent to $40 million. Come back to be able to complete that for us. All these pillars would help take out pressure from Konfanochi. Then we'll be able to move in a decisive manner to support Hugh Konfanochi and giving Konfanochi that world-class touch. Because as it stands now, the pressure of Konfanochi, there's little you can do. Be as it may, Yenja Konfanochi says also, there are 2 critical projects, and also, Bako a store that you had to restart it. And no maternity block never. And on the same contractor, what you can get your face to a contractor. On one
Brazilian contractor.
Yes, on one maternity block. Okay. Also the variations are ABA and also between health ministry, the local government, and the finance ministry. And then there's almost a procurement processes that get fund for now. Then we are able to get them back on maternity block.
I see. Whilst
at that, there was a major concern at a tertiary level, we are not expected to refer to another tertiary level. But in time past, it may referrals from Konfanochi to Accra. Ebu was here airlift to Kolebu or Iraq or any of these other hospitals. Because Konfanochi now, you need what we call the cath lab. Cath lab, a establishment here, they share Akuma. And see, Obia any of the coronary heart problems, Nibiano. And only it's media interventions, Mawa. It's me go now with me saying, when done within a certain period, we will lose you. Thankfully, through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Care, as I speak with you now, almost start here, almost cath lab, our Konfanochi. And our ICU, ward facility, all the imaging facilities, among others, a completely new set of department, so that we know, say, if you have any health problem in Ashanti regional, there will be no need to send you anywhere as far as Ghana is concerned. In the end, so will be by Ashanti region, you had no Accra and you had no before. And cath lab, Omo ye bi what Tamale Teaching Hospital so. Say on the northern belt is also.
Yes, it will sell.
We also get served with that. Ashanti with near the confirmation. So at the top, which is the quaternary and then the tertiary level, no, these are the major interventions as we speak now. The secondary level now, it has to do with polyclinics and then district hospitals. The district hospitals, you buy not 3 of them as initiated by the previous government. Our commission it be on the 4th of December 2024. Just 3 days to elections, among others. So many political controversies. But that is not the interest for us as a government.
Yeah.
You buy a health minister, no have a share, where now contractors no crowd and so was site that they were still doing mortar works, bricks and mortar works. The point is that irrespective of the stage they drew, once out there holding a crash will be you go ahead. Drop on so you buy a 2025 you operationalize here. Suame 2025 you operationalize here. And I air trader and also Vamed, 3 of them are operationalizing. Agenda 111 no. Agenda 111 no. I got 2. And I hear any Muslim bit my boy, I may complete within this. As a 2026 budget, no. Health Ministry has some baby 10, and the rest of them are 2. 2 in the rest of it me edo for Chrome the account, which and normally about 90% completed. Everything for Chrome the account now traded the account to be able to complete those 2. So
the agenda 111 in Ashanti region, how many project do you have to complete? Munya say,
my 10 into 2 and everything completed this year.
Oh, I see.
8 now cannot. A B or foundation level, a B or like 50% completion, a B or like 30% among others. What I say, we are opening up for mission hospitals to even adopt some of them so that they will come in, help us complete. Because I say, I just say you will take more than 5 years to complete all of them.
Yeah.
And so we need to find ways anchor waste. Making sure that it is still available for the use of the public. And the mission hospitals be arrangements, chart, among others. So they will also be normally funding now, but then they run it on a percentage basis, more like a PPP, so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to complete sale. These are the investments within tertiary level. That also to mention that Kumeru Hospital, Bekwai, Fomena, among others. Then we also commend the MPP government. Say almost over two. Say now President Mahama started now and no started operationalizing all these ones. In the tertiary, secondary level, no, there is not much to do except to complete these ones at Kekemno. And from where I sit, there is no need starting new projects under secondary level when most of these ones have not been completed yet. And until secondary level, at least if we are able to complete these ones, we should be firm at that level. Now about primary level, now a majority of the problem, because about accessibility to healthcare, that is the base of it, and that is where rural folks they have challenges accessing the city or the urban areas. Usually that is where we lose a lot of the people. And what we are doing here, district assemblies, we have committed them to support health ministry. And the district assembly, we are committing to only 2 chip compounds, either 2 chip compounds or 1 health center. And for the 3 districts, I'm one in Nigeria, KMA for maternity and children block account. Maternity, clinic in our KM and the mono facility. That is what they are using it for. Over at Chimango North, they are also using that for their Sophia Polyclinic. And also no many wards, since no money in our almost the same area, and male and female wards, only a maternity ward and a children's ward for their mind. I see. But there are any of these gaps, only use to fill the gaps. Obi a one gap it is to make sure somewhere starting 2 new chip compounds or a health center for us. That is it from the District Assembly Common Fund, and a health. Then from there, the health ministry is also abamu with the free primary health care. So free primary health care, what we are going to do is at that level, more of screening, detection, and all that. We will not take any money in making sure health will be made available to you at that level. It's midwives, no, into you check your pressure, your sugar, or whatever screening, BMI. They will do that at you free of charge. After you diagnose you say, oh, condition A or condition B, no. After you do a secondary level. Secondary level for no, or free primary health care for no income, or will be taken care of by national health insurance. After what developing complications are in wire diamonds or kidney, and now tumor, and now spinal cord, and now brain injury, health insurance need to me and taking care of you, no. Then you move with Ghana Medical Trust Fund, no, which is Mahama Care. So comprehensively, what it means is from screening, prevention, and all that aspect, all the way through diagnosing you through complications, no whatever. No, you should have an avenue. So you afford income. You should have an avenue to have a free medical service all the way to the top. So basically, Ashanti region is benefiting from all these key government policies so far as health are concerned.
I see. So, what about the compound chips? In fact, I remember then this government came to continue any idea. How many chip compounds do we have in the various region, districts, if you have an idea?
And from the last check, we were looking around 1,100 chip compounds. Chip zones, also check chip compounds because there are times we demarcate chip zones without physical structures. But those with physical structures, the last check was around 1,100 plus.
Yeah.
Then the district assemblies are able to add on 111, which will mean that within this period, we are adding 43 new ones. So that all the chip zones without physical structures will have physical structures. The ones they have the physical structures, what it means is that you can admit midwives, you can admit nurses, community health nurses, who can be posted there to work permanently. And also to mention that Nebaya as regional minister, there was an incident that happened here, Obi collapsing or work hard. By the time we do hospital, now you're too late. And what you hear is say, Oba Jumana, we are under so much pressure, no stress, said that you are not able to even take care of wow. And to be by as a medical doctor, I'm sure a handing over news, and I'm kind of my space at the clinic. Okay. And the mental health, regional health director says, or my resident nurse, any if a consulting doctor, time piano, any of the conditions even now have piano, they are able to either refer or consult to be able to help us. The key stock of your 10 months of operations, and we have attended to 181 cases. This includes or more a free public, so they are walk-in. And you will say, what it means is say your working class, many of them are not able to take care of our health. And you have a partner with free medical, free primary health care for them. Yeah. So that in our offices, you will get the nurses to move there and do the regular checking up for them. So there will be our problem there and we'll be able to detect it. So by your inquiry to say what your office are not collapse, you need or cry if you say or we want to avoid all that so that as you work for Ghana, you are able to also take care of yourself or you are provided for so far as health is concerned. So that is one major intervention a middle class. Free primary health care for number in the course of next week. Ababe launch a free primary health care. While the district assemblies are moving them to the communities, then the RCC clinic will be moving it towards a middle class, office workers, office working time because of 85 Emma hospitals, so that we can catch them as early as possible.
That's fantastic. You who with a medical background, yes, we see the free health, but yet you influence. You who are the medical background, I was a regional minister. Who come through the region strategically? If we say a hospital eba, I want kasa do adwene kaka say ka area ha anka hospital to be bahano man anka ye pa eduka so mu fi hanom ekwa ha
mama issue sorry me that's enti Ashanti region ohra western part of Obuasi and Patemo and Manso side on because of AGMC, Obuasi Hospital and Ankasan are good in terms of referrals among others to be able to support them. Where Omoa eastern side now, that is where we were having a deficit. Such as Afran Place, Kumawu, Efigasi, Jabin. Thankfully, Yetmibwa Jabin for with Omo a health hospital never honor under the first term. The second term, Yetmibwa a Kumawu hospital. And previous government no so such as Afran Place. So that area a bit covered. Now the side that you hear an intervention here, a free tepper, every half one no eba man can so any a Dujama, for instance, they don't have any vibrant district level hospital. And the one no be targeted unfortunately we're under 40% completion. In this area they need a bit of a health intervention. And because Suame Kumasi Road Highway in Idahono, they usually encounter a lot of accident-related problems. And we will need to have a very vibrant health infrastructure so that they wouldn't have to depend on your friend saying Kumasi for major referrals among others. On that same stretch, Busuam secondary level Afari closer to them in terms of referrals. So outside hopefully now we'll be able to have Afari as a tertiary referral site for them. And then senior west of also can use Sewua as a referral site because I so now one area but area
on the north as the northern part of Ashanti.
Yes, a drab Mampong, Agona, Jamasi, Sampatam Hono. Omuni uncle, a Mampong government hospital. Mambo government hospital. I don't make a promise though, but one of the hospitals here major attention. We've sent consultants to go there to go and assess the facility among others. Because Mampong and some major touch. And the general and also to take majority of the referrals from the northern part. It should be able to help reduce the pressure in our confortunately the other tertiary. So in this area also here a bit of an upgrade of Mambono from even a district level to either a semi-tertiary and a level above district level, so that referrals if we say northern side will be able to have some care around that area. And through Mapi region basically that is my thought with regards to health infrastructure and facilities and how they are spread across.
Honorable, well Vespa because you show and it looks like you are not watching from anywhere. Should be so at our work. So we thank you very much. Now, yes, Sweshe Kakra, Yanko roots because a idea is a qua Santa Mantama, idea bakwa and Kofoka Wasempa. You remember, say, you say, Osha Ghana, your team Siciano, Asante, Sebe, Asante. Any Gold Coast and a Cabo Bebe from Ghana, the national capital of Ashanti, Kumasi, and Greater Accra. Sorry, Gold Coast in Greater Accra. Sorry, yes, Accra. Ama Sadia de Biana to assure the bar as a competition war. So two regions, no competition woman near the two bank Krahana Rose. Who some air Kosu Gidi now by Ashanti regional. Now sometimes not Ayo BB or. Yes, chassis fell free. Minimum say, my chassis fell free. So na me form. Suame interchange, interchange bakwa. Say NPP for buy, and I remember say, Amoakohene made a statement say on 5 interchanges and overpasses in the idea. But OMAN Timi and Yabako cry. They started the Suame interchange. Tell us, Oba your books, 5 interchanges. Did you see that say? Your daughter see a basic 5 interchanges. Now your daughter 5 interchanges. Found the bed and not your person. Almost person almost there. I almost started with the Suame interchange before we come to the Suame interchange.
That's what we to buy my records. No, there was never anything documented in government in terms of 5 now. 5 Mekaya Mokasombe Bako, Amaga Junction, Bako, Ahojo runabout. Bako was Santasi runabout, Bako Bekwai runabout, and Sana Suame runabout to cover the 5. And I think Ashanti is deserving more of that because you see, Obi, if we north Eba Kra, only business with Kumasi Kra, they are forced to use Kumasi.
Yeah.
And obi oha at the crowd walk up wa Accra no. Oba no nya bi Kumasi no aka. So it means you take the burden of majority of the people who accidentally find themselves here in the region. And where between Ashanti Eastern, Ashanti Western, Ashanti Greater Accra, Ashanti Northern, region here by the center of the country. And what it means is we should be able to have road networks like that, and any community from all parts of Ghana will be able to intersect and go as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And the Kaabai I was say and Kanani Ashanti region in terms of road infrastructure. But no only say, one of you to the north door be and in Jamaica, I said, over Suame Interchange now. It took Chairman to me to go and organize a press conference to call on one government. And some of the government when you ban say, would you agree Ashanti region Jana Warrior? And this uncle Mama started Suame Interchange. And those it looked as though Omodoman and a Kanye, Nadia no my grandson more to the point when over appointees are now under the previous government. Akuku Damfo, one woman, deputy finance, roads minister, and Akuku Damfo in a Ashanti region free. I believe that now also come use influence in leverage to drive more, especially in this regard. Actually, I'm sure say you buy as NDC, then I say 100%. There will be a mistake, but will be a politician. I also from a mistake. Said the bear that should be winning a coin. Near maybe a wad uncle, so no more uncle, so no yamas and to me. And then I say a bet caught a year na coin who yanka. You ever see a 2 months, said the bear Anna, you bet me. I be about one atom phone say there was Antimahodo. You go share a year interchange. I heard me. Brothers on the other side making a lot of arguments. The MPP government and Kasatini completely all 3 million as a flyover. Yeah. That was one which was completed and commissioned. Over as a sarkodie am company am going to assembly. Starting in June 2008 election year, it took Professor Mills to complete it in October 2011.
11, yeah.
Over so full liner, ever seen a full line in complete here.
Yeah.
Those say me of Francophone shares here. All along, whatever they can this with that to MPP as another 8 years, still so full line in complete here. Over Suame dia state omodebe to 2 year omodia homa for election time. What it means is say no you to not do be on we are be taken for granted.
I see. Yeah. So what is the current state of Suame Interchange? Effort ben am make to make sure say mobile interchange and a percentage say na aka say bia me metenkra ha me say percentage we na aka debi no metimi the marginal cost say bia sabre the we that interchange no.
Good. It's normal timelines. Until you buy one, there was no dedicated funding and put that on record for Suame Interchange. And what we ended to do is say, I was sending a revised a big push agenda near this one interchange room. And that is what we have done now. The room yet close to $30 million US, which translates to about 300 million Ghana cedis for contractor now. The dear ne car what the bar who now what burning now. ABC Samri I'm on liquidity or the other. Over fly overs now kahona, about 3 of them. Any adjoining routes now, there was a really open to use by October this year. And by October this year, there was a vehicular movements around Suame Interchange, no baby or 2 we should be able to finish by October this year. And Road Minister or media engagement now, those were the timelines we are using. And we are tracking them so that on monthly progress, they're able to meet on a monthly work schedule, so that they don't disappoint us in October this year. Now, the overall project in October 2028, they should be able to be finished or to be done with the entire Suame Interchange and
October 2028.
28, yes.
Okay. So it means that we have a year and some months.
A year and some months. But you see, to keep us on our toes, we don't want you to use that October 2028. Yeah, starting with October this year, At the emergency.
Yeah.
Because if you are not able to meet October this year, what it means is that they are coming better than your college. And we don't want that. And you see, one thing I am paying say, you better election once and other commission. Now there's an election year and we'll commission bigger projects. No, we want to make sure it is done. The people get to know and to see its usefulness. As an about to food, we they are cockabeno.
I see. Now, Honorable Yanshe Adiu, NPP4 proposed 5 interchanges in Ashanti region. In fact, I would say there weren't any document or so Musi understood. But strategically, baby Omakaso interchanges now. Nenya see interchanges no ama Kumasi ayefe. But Kumasi deserves that interchanges because of traffic hectic ne sanomano. Muankasama bino so apart from the Suame interchange, have you, having in mind, say be a one day, a beer, Yanko and Raga Junction interchange, and I say airport runabout interchange, and I say be a Santase runabout interchange. Have you discussed this with your president or some say be a pipeline? So one day, you also have to initiate an interchange in Kumasi.
But that's the great job of in a idea I had a swan, a Bemumas and to my ideas and to my document. However, power be a political party being a time bound. And usually you speak within time a day amount. 4 years in a day my so 4 years and near my no. Those were the things during manifesto campaign time no yabu bob also. And the Nakopo Yadom na 18 year koya nimua. 2028 election we call any we do any Suame interchange the Suame interchange na fe year promise say ye be for fra and be magana for any asantama aged.
I see.
Because one e call didie no em na ma ya ye nka for nzan ko gunwem enti say ye de ya no sa ko ka ba ko mienu de say de ye nuanom koye na na de say de bia dance na azia de awu no won de kuma za ko tena say asako tonko enti ye be say de wo ho kakrai no yetimi bia amfo na excellent so afi ye baka kire Ghana for ne Asante man say monhwe say so am run about yetimi deliver enti ye be ma obi wa ha ye be ma obi wa ha ye be ma obi wa ha omu say no credit dey ewu but say the waka no e da so a very good that is the solution to making sure say you couldn't be na traffic situation yetimi solve but as a government there your commitment for these 4 years no and then your mama bobo so
take over pass no. In fact, your government did that take over pass. As for that one, they minimum because at that time, na me to about for constituency. So, you can't share that fatality rate. Na ka money power emani nyankwada. So you decided to do the overpass. And there's another one. What the Hello FM to Edum. They crossing all the stuff near there. Overpass. They send you interchange. Kumasi, no, do you have in mind say one day because there are some places are so dangerous and I think that they need overpass. For example, Osha Kwadaso track Kwadaso Yini Kakra baby a station one or my build this station Kakra anyone na. I think that there should be an overpass there. Okuanu Kakra Ebuakwa. There are some places there so enterprise and very, very industrious that I think say you overpass ni bi horma ebetimi aboy. So you have done well. But before I best switch you to another quickly catch you can be fast tech hospital. Now President Kofo start here no so full interchange. President Kofo and start here you talked about Afari hospital yaka the regional hospital and also Sewa. Yaka a lot of projects including the airport and yadia project be a Bakumasia che store kakra. Even the one that NPP commissioned in 2008 was in 2007 the Asafo market overpass no kasano aside politics no o ba o she books no na e de pa na fi se ma Ashanti region project bia e ba Ashanti region che store asa ye kasa ho ansa na yetimi awie e de a
o se aside politics na ntia
sound
I say the region next year no and the dynamics of the region no so they be American. I was say at a certain direction, looking at the vote dynamics now the other no. I was saying Omo na nketi make sure sadie we die ka ye de da Ashanti mayas. But ke ba na first term na ya chance yeah, you be hand over. But unfortunately, usually as I'm kind of you know and we are on to fairly. Usually this one will be free by me. No man will say Ashanti radio for bufu and some of them sako can be. Them sako can is also where you end this now most definitely also make sure so be at the amount. And to be at the amount now at the end of the day, wow the new ones are now person cautious no. Won't you mean shall because now also could you be the at the man. And the politics now and the next MPP government after 2080 something or 2090 something. Omuna konya no mobile be on Beshasi Biano. At Antimado Makuma so Omon tries the first year now. A bob pina Omon Shasi my so that they will be able to complete it. Then correct some big Jacosi Quemono. After the normal Betsy will be in a day and where can it have history, for instance. President Mahama within 4-year period. And what the phase 1. President Akufo-Addo by 2017 or cut short for phase 2. 8 years. Or when to give phase 2.
Yeah.
So you should tell you say politics now because when you say you one you on the trauma here. And you see, and connected no. Now can this phase 1 can conform by say MPP a buy crown a year. Because when you say the beer also region no. Say abayi nko ade a NDC abayi nka ho abayi enimu a MPP abayi enti ade papa bia e beba asantema de MPP abayi ade bone NDC abayi. That is the thinking of people in time past, but in current dispensation information is so available that your man no to bi mu kura no kura ne phone na wotie enkoma to say yedi or efu mu kura na wotie enkoma ekosu enti ama Ashanti region no. This current generation in dispensation, the distinction between governments, clearly do be. Yes, there are some few ones are still now, they are still living in those previous dispensation, but I can assure you the majority of the people currently understand the current dispensation of politics and understand the issue. And into the MPP struggle because at the end of the day, show working. And once you are show working who disappointed was strong, who disappointed was strong, they will show you the exit. Okay. And the end development as a region, we need to grow it beyond the politics and make sure say, Jumana, and yes, politics, but yes, about one more minor cost, about one matima move in a home for so. Once we have that in our mind as politicians, we will not look left, we will not look right, we only look at what will bring results or a good positive impact on the people.
All right, let's go to the first. I'm told that we've been joined by two doctors to tell you something, but quickly let's switch to your friend said the local government. But before that, this is my passionate appeal. Me think krahase and kranamete. We say roads be on because of the traffic count in it. They have started expanding the roads and they are. But Kumasi Ashanti region devil bisa. Honorable free tech ebesnaba Mr. Isibuati anymore. A dual carriage, which was done by President Rawlings and President Kofobeya from Turkey to Ajuso any idea. Sa kwani say I ketwadodo. Minim say bia if there is a way I bet me expanded that road now and bet me aboy empower. A dual carriage, but every morning there's a huge traffic on it. Minim say one monitor from Tech Ebabesi Mr. Isibuati anymore. So I will say sa dual carriage. You say more and ketwadodo. Yes, if there's a way, you bet me expand. Could it be possible in that way?
There are some expansions here that they are craft for a nebino. Ashanti, you are minister by a crochet, the act to 100 roundabout.
Yeah, I about to come there, yeah.
I GOG, Sebe dualize home. If you from 100 towards 100 Malcolm, and they call your friend say, I think I junction side on so you Sebe dualize home. And now Jaika, so boy, I may dualize it from 100 roundabout to Santaso roundabout. And from the choir roundabout to Santaso roundabout, so dualization.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes,
that's fine.
I agree with you. Say, the dual that is a tech honor. We need to expand. We need to expand because a major highway, I bet than Accra Kumasi highway.
Yeah.
And what it means is say, is either we expand or we get an alternate route for Accra Kumasi. Once you get an alternate route for Accra Kumasi, cars be a while before take a while, and who has all the foul. But when you any alternate route to be into one about the And this are alternate route two, and here for Ashanti region. Yes, are true. It should significantly reduce traffic in Nam, Kumasi, and Tech and Patamon. The first one here, outer Kumasi Ring Road, no. Outer Kumasi Ring Road, no. Cars I can see Bia, Cabia, or free offense, so Buongo, Afrancho, and all those areas. Eba, Abesia Court, and Joshua and Accra, Hobiano, they can use that outer Kumasi Ring Road to bypass. So what it means is that only use to central business area no, to come and add to that. The second one, Accra Kumasi Expressway now, master to it, and now, and so we use a fair fennel. And then also, what would do is say, only the BIA or Krobia, so a crown episode or Concordia, go on the expressway straight to Accra, no bend, no curve, and then it limits the pressure on Kumasi road facility traffic. Once you're able to do this, you will see a major improvement in the traffic situation. Then we will be able to have some time on our hand to do the expansion. Because you see, without these alternatives, what do I a major road to expand this asset become as an and you need alternate routes are provided. What it means is that within that 2-3 year period, what go to Kwano, over Western traffic situation, are frustrated to my phone. And hopefully, the real alternate routes we are. Definitely, we should be able to, as it were, touch on these major things our bubbles to improve mobility within the city.
What about the bypass? The bypass, and I'm saying, per se, heavy duty trucks, ebefa the inner city, no, na a bypass afa, what is the state of it?
And I'm a boss who say, I don't know, outer Kumasi Ring Road, no. And this outer Kumasi Ring Road, no. I started from Atia, Jaben, if you just say Tano Dumasi. If you don't south, such as south, if you don't south, no go pier, if you don't north, no go pier official. And the dual carriage, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, with some overpass, some coverts, but there are major intersections, no, so that any car be officer area, hope be all car can bypass south side, maybe I see highway in my day, and 24 months, and the Arab construction, Arab construction also. Minister by 24 months.
What is 2 years?
It is 2 years. There was so big. And Tinagopoya Manus, 2028. No, they should be done with that.
Buankrai Lamport, Onoma Casa, Professor Jampo, what an Acasa, other time, I may say, or Keka, EB, see a Behia, any idea. Kofuani Daso said this project at Chadodo. Buankrai Lamport, can you open the box of hope for us? Say Buankrai Lamport, no, Nyame Aduma by the time. Ebia NDC first step, we should be able to know something. Say, this is a land port, Ashanti region.
I think during our consider maybe also today you about the plans for Buankrai Inland Port. The chairman for Ghana Port and Harbour, you already said we can buy now or the task force. I had to operationalize phase 1. So that as the construction of phase 2 is ongoing, the bit must start here use. Because according to say a die, so one to uncle Tinamua, one way own our new crowd to be really account. And as we speak now, majority of the phase 1 we are almost through. I can't some a quiet bakum beyond person to bypass cars near Casina Bebano. So that end course of traffic or once they are done with that, or more at the task force number C2, a roadmap towards operationalization and towards completion of phase 2. It's chairperson for the Ghana Port and Harbour, Namae, Sa assurances, a major thing at this year dorm table. So, and the Iranian Muse Nagopoyaduma, you bet must start your home for so.
All right, Honorable, I have a former Foreign Affairs Minister on the line, and also have Dr. Tepe. I'm told that they have joined to tell you something. But before, in the next minute, because I've been getting private messages from my creative art people. Bakilola is running the show, but he has sent me a message. And dear Austin Wood is also monitoring from London. They are particular by the your friend say the theater more person we see no Kumasi. And then PP promised the amphitheater. So the difference between Momu Theatre and NPP Diano, the National Theatre and the Amphitheatre. When you read the National Theatre Act 1991, the PNDC, HNC, we should be able to build theatres in all parts of the country. I know, and I'm also my imagine say, Mopesa build a national theatre in Ashanti region. We read this from somewhere say Otu farm land Amopesa Mudisi Sadino. Tell us, what's the mark say? If an Amasha said, can the National Theatre be completed before President Mahama's second term?
Yeah, I say a bayan this year area. Okay, over 2026 budget now. And I'm going to see a bay acquisition of the land and design of the National Theatre. And I want to confirm that design has been done. Then I share Black Star experience, OMAN officer say. I would have back am I actually so. And it's our design, a whole expenses whatsoever has been taken care of by the 2026 budget. Land and also the acquisition process. Said the kind, you would have boy parks and gardens, be quiet to sometimes dualization, that area honana. Land no society.
Oh, I see. Pacho ebiara obi ekumasi ni o Ghana ni otako kumasi ni ade. Pacho take your time na maye baby situate ni baby a woka no. Be hono chiemu ye pa because adequate America side we say hiame NPP time no we dey politics mo fanche me. I'm a journalist. NPP time no we had the same problem. And I have to write to a Chinese company be me send you omo email. Almost sending catch them say they haven't signed any cooperation agreement with the government, but we're taking to Golden Beach to introduce to us some Chinese people. They told us say and when I come through me investigation, me they campaign from China, almost me call Tanzania sent to them say no, there's nothing like that. Take your time. Send a bear a drew on me Bekumas and I can take my time and hit you hard. Say Papa will say 1 year in
But also open no paper now church no. That's why you're ready. And the parks and gardens, so we have parks and gardens. If we be quite run about Echo Santas run about that. Just after parks and gardens, there is a huge undeveloped land on that side.
Oh, I see. Left side.
Left side no.
As a side to follow on Enely.
It is outside now to my land for your friends, a National Theatre. And
I want to almost dualizing.
I want you dualizing. Sending now about 15 to our road infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
And see, SAT 2 and near man here and the 2026 budget is catered for.
Okay.
And see, I say, President Adriba Saba Suame and maybe a mid-year budget review. No, was at the second stage of the development the Amaye. And now 2027 budget to capture the actual building and construction of it. Okay. And this was the promise we make here. I just wanted to stress and make that clarity. Say, and the 2026 budget, these were the two things we committed to for the National Theatre.
A land near say how many acres and
I don't have it off head, but I'll have to check again and then let
you know. Because OMAN Theatre they are struggling. Can any come be beam? So
enough said that hotels, urban space or car parks, and sana theatre, and sana mini conference centers. One person will use main theatre now. You can use all these other facilities for conferences, so that the revenue generation stream or Honong Koyedes, the conference center, as a big auditorium. Okay. Having said that, yes, MVP, yes, amphitheater. And also a friend say National Theatre inside. Cultural center.
Yeah.
Tourism minister Kwakoshe. I'm in 2022 or so now. I'm starting 2018. Unfortunately, that's what in lentil level. If I'm to put it in building construction terms, in Andrew baby, I almost about 10 or 12%. The Kwakoshe. The Kwakoshe, you know, see a president say a mid-year budget review not capture my so that we can get some funds to complete it and have some programs done there whilst we are waiting for the bigger National Theatre, because they say any of these shows or drama or Ashanti Festa they be a CCB auditorium.
Yeah.
And also this say when you are prepare but you will be a big crew man there, a very man for patronizing all this. Beyond that, creative art school or quadration. And as you buy a normal, I think about 45% completed. In 65, I can get fund adopted. Our mama fund and so or more young or quadration. And also, just to acknowledge the previous government say, project from Shasian, you for money. You try to be my complete and so and
integrated high school no kind of by the ben I can no bit me I know I have 55 no.
You see, right now it's a world of records. So the mean sure I have to admit, say I don't have the timelines for this, and it's being funded by Get Fund. So I'll need to revert with Get Fund and then see what timelines we are looking at, so that subsequent engagements I'll be able to be frank with you. Say this is what we are looking at. That what I can tell you, say it's been absorbed by the friends. Say Get Fund. To conclude on creative arts, I mean, as regional minister, you've seen what we've been doing with Ashanti Fest and all the street art festival and all the things you can think about. Yeah, you can see any national theatre and thinking that and man say what we can do. Oh yeah, for the first time in budget, 2026 budget, Kumawood was mentioned.
Yeah.
And it was for a purpose to make sure we encourage the local creatives, content on YouTube idea they produce the money. This year, what we did with visual art students, I have an extensive discussion with the president. I'm going to make a lobby so that we can have it as a national culture and art or national painting competition to encourage the visual art students. He said, now visual arts program and we share within creatives to encourage them, mobilize them, put them to good use whilst we are waiting for this major infrastructure. We are here checking now and saying you won't be here. While we are very now and prepared that about the civil as a Dakamuna won't be right.
Two quick questions in 1 minute. For 1 minute, answer me. Mr. Yenya baka freedom ko madam for pa NFE na say no say o ma adopt some of the cinemas bi and cry o abandon in Sasha o mo akasebe to revive some of the cinemas in Ghana any ade abawanim Rex mini Rivoli money you no Bombay money endorse we has to USA mo Basso Club money say no man kotokone Monaco ni na ho omo no aba beka wa hu bibisa. And Tikafu in July for a similar purpose. Now, as part of NAIN, so I saw a national film summit in Bakusawa. Ashanti rating. And to about those Nema Oye Waka, so your capital, usually embassy but 2 months on side. Because the Waka be a Ghana food Nadia. They were higher in that sense. We got them and the embassy are not better months. So they will come after Accra and they will come here in July. Or mobile, we will assess all these and see the adoptions they will make for Ashanti. Kumawood committee now what's here now so person they revive the Kumawood because Kumawood they are there in Kumasi say is the second largest film community in West Africa after Nollywood. And yeah, they are in terms of box office, human development, everything. Catch more you know committee the trans dia na ma ade no guye na mo pese mo revive na dia na mo betimi dia revive no
engineer equipments unity and a lack of leadership and no obi na there obi na the camera na the phone that is it, no work ethics.
Okay,
any sanya so we have to find a way to get them to have that board that will serve as a leadership head, to have a constitution for them that will guide their work, to have problem or conflict resolution avenues for them to and saying, oh boys, and we have to go in committee to handle and make sure every court and all that. And our programs are here, be able to rally all of them around to be able to have that form of direction for them as a group. Yes, I saw some concerns about some veterans, they felt left out. I've instructed the committee to reach out to them and truthfully, they have given me a feedback that they have reached out to them, they have scheduled to meet with them and see how best we can get all of them on board. Beyond that, I personally found a package for them to go and then help and visit them so that they'll be able to use it as a form of support. If you have normal area, personally, I had to get them in touch with Confanoti CEO to help with their medical care among others. The year we what to let people know say as creatives to we value and then we cherish. Our music side is a tourism minister by Mahama Yakoni Moho Ekoyena Doye Intinema Bia was ye the boy in that sector. This is all to make sure. So we see when they are not there, you will not be able to have that fabric of society because they serve that central purpose for us as creatives.
Thank you very much. Jasuma Misia, Mame Kwahumanosu, because I'm told that some people have joined me and they want to ask you, or I say they have something to say. On the line, I have Dr. Peter Tepe, is a policy analyst. Doc, thank you very much for joining us. You have listened to Honorable. What is your takeaway, sir?
Thank you very much, and my greetings to Honorable Regional Minister. In fact, listening to him resonates with the confidence that we have in terms of young people taking leadership positions. One of the things that I'm a China Bamukakraso Kakrasa, my madama. Chino, I'm a China. Adibakwa, President Mahama, a year, I said, on my youth said, Mebunu, that is youth, right?
Yeah.
Or more capacity in terms of leadership, it's always good to test it. And it has been tested and proven, say, indeed, when you give the opportunity, the man youth now, to me, Ayejuma. And one classic example, Ashanti Regional Minister, because looking at his age and then the region that he's actually leading on, in fact, Nyami Ebwano Kese Papa or Juma, it stands out. Ne Juma be very visible. Ama Obie who said, Bibi dynamic kosu ewo Ashanti region. Na enunti ni bona baso wo sa kwan so. Na di bakwan mekani se uhwe development ewo OMAN ni mo a edoso. Na Ashanti region is also another place people want to live there. In fact, many people pursue to Ashanti region because cost of living in Ashanti region is lower, far lower than in Greater Accra. Into a migration to Ashanti region very soon, almost population cost so and a amendment development is not to build also. Into the American said the team non yomoye jumano. Concentration on abide in terms of government for development. So they should look at how to diversify that, how to bring in the private sector to have public-private partnership in some of the development, like Sena creative industry say, they can decide, say, let's purely look at how to bring in the private sector individuals, both local and international, to support in terms of, we can look at a win-win partnership where it can be BOT agreements, now sister city development in terms of international organizations. I've seen said there are instances where they travel to, I'm sure those are some of the things now, orchards of Beshe and in Sebeba. A consolidated government effort in terms of development needs at the regions. But so far, he is actually leading the region in a direction and it's pulling attraction in terms of focus to the region, and he is doing it very well. I feel so. Say, young people opportunity. He has not changed. Dr. Amoakohene has not changed. He remained who he is, and as a result, I commend him for that, and I want him to remain like that, because one of the challenges of the leaders, of those who are in power now, in terms of the young ones, they say, if you're not careful and you fail, you have crashed your political career.
Yeah.
Because you still have more years ahead of you. So he should not follow the crowd. He should remain who he is, who he has become, and then what is ahead of him. So that people should not push him to do certain things that will crash his political career. And the same people will desert you when the challenges come. So he should remain who he is and keep the focus. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Dr. Peter Tepe is a policy analyst. Doc, thank you very much. On the line out to we have Honorable Akwesi Osei is the former Foreign Affairs Minister and a former Member of Parliament at the Medjo. So, Honorable, thank you very much for joining us. Now, Kacha, what's your original minister? Let me put it that way. Reaction or need some more kind to say. Hello? Yeah, Honorable, what me to set, please unmute it for me.
You're right. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, Yerika Midase, Maminchia or T4, and I'm a but Mamin making this correction. May not be an MP for a Jusu Jabbing, not a Jusu.
Yes, yeah. That's a boom.
The good people of Japan, yes, I'm now they've been left out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Again, also, my main correct another impression was supposedly your minister. No, he is my minister. Even though I'm NDC, but he is my minister.
Yeah.
And not supposedly, no. Yeah. He is my minister, and I have to respect him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, quite personally, anything share one-on-one, but my follow ne acquire or the Juma out there running Ashanti mine. I must admit, is a
I see.
But I did about Kabia, one-on-one, Ghana, we need a strategic plan. Men can say, government will buy and when young so therefore, you did budget and no. Government is a continuity. So a continuity. It is your baby and then I inherit. Whether good or bad, don't talk about it, just move on.
Okay.
So now if there was a strategic plan, now say it's already determined. Or a government is working towards the plan. Sabina China for a developer. Chinese yes a party and I say other countries like India are co-elections. China there's obviously co-elections at the economy. But India for them because the economy. But because they have a plan, so if you have 20-year development plan, say the Kwame Nkrumah and will be no matter the government have a plan, you have to follow the plan. Yeah. So the country will be left out. So because you make a statement, we say, oh, be a Kumasi is because they be a MPP for now a doors who are therefore you say be a NDC be a moment who say MPP for by a no, it's beside the point. The point is develop Ghana as a whole. Say MPP for not MPP for non Mawa. I don't think say a strategy be say may way to entice MPP for normal GC or more parties on particular no. There must be a plan that we follow. Okay. Kumasi and as Ashanti region, so here Kumasi the garden city, no garden city of West Africa. Any environment situation. Yeah, a new situation. The Kwanya Faso CCR situation. If Kwanya Faso Rose situation, we must reflect to this strategic area. See a garden city, Kumasi garden city. Therefore, no, Sebia Kwanya. As I say, making sure say not only the principal streets, but the outlying, who call Chronom now have for her. It must respond to the strategy. Ya fase e pese ye garden city ye bia wo ho akwan wo ho enya de bia e diri bebre but let us have a plan. So Mr. Minister, we develop a plan. Sebini ho you develop it with your local government because see again also your local government system it's such a way say obi oju so ono ne different because our assembly why support to the oye bia so and now Suame so are the same. Oko a year quadra so are the same. But you need any apex via obetimedia share. No timia rationalize and as what media bois the local authorities no more confirm the regional coordinating council one more powers and no so So no, and also again, gentleman, Dr. Amoakohene, or yeah, dear. So no, because social more, almost just the Kumasi and I say Ashanti coordinating council kakrebi, almost budget kakrebi. So budget to focus here one a co first a local government system, and I say co district and I say municipal and all everyone taking decisions. It will be better. Sebia ebetimia reinforce or say there will be a dialogue. There be all the ministers, sorry, all the district chiefs and municipal chiefs, ebetimia a forum be obetimia transie. So now if you want more etimia a strategy ebetimia support to the region, so now obia is say ebeko ama obia I think say ega kra me be kan why are there a regional minister there you must be visible. So to quite we call region who they feel say we ministry be you don't need say overcall rounds any other but only there no why are there visibility no what track is got an excellent plus where visible people see him, he talk to people, explanation or what he's doing any other ama so
Honorable Ebedasipa, thank you very much. Honorable Akwesi Oseje is a former Foreign Affairs Minister. I'm told say a lot of people want to say the same thing, but it's a time no MYA. So Honorable be taking the last bite now. Yeah, so Honorable reactions me no edika by nipa people say omo kasa but me say time no MYA. Reactions are by what is your take now? Yem we say two questions bi na yem family. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, honorable, yeah.
What's my gun?
Yeah, me too, Kapa, yeah.
I'm a Casumeda, Dr. Tepeni, Honorable Aji Akosiasi, and say, I don't take it lightly. Usually, feedback and review of this nature. Maybe I ever take you office as regional minister. No, what I said to myself, you say, my name is for 4 million penny 4 million and maybe Juma. And no banner say, we are crying now, the Juma Shawansa. Nina is over here as suti. Na omo anantikwa ni bida. Say, Omonia regional ministers crying, among other regional ministers, they have learned from their successes, they have seen their challenges. And you would be able to have some advice not to be able to navigate your curves. And I want to thank them for their candid review of how the work has been and how we should do our things in terms of moving the region forward. As our Honorable AJ recommended, I share in the same sentiment, so there should be a development direction for the region. Yes, NDPC came around and we have been in touch with them. That's the National Development Planning Committee. Our district are submitting more developmental priorities for the immediate term, medium term, and a long term. But our advice, at the regional level, region specific, what can we do together? What agreements can we have? What direction do we want to follow? And all that. I will discuss it further and see if we can convene a forum where we can have experienced minds like our colleagues on the platform to digest really a region specific. What are the issues beyond the MPP NDC issues? And no Abuaye, for over 30 years. Abuaye, and what do we need to do differently moving forward? Because I see myself say, MPP NDC, 1992 in a buy. What is the assurance saying in the next 10, 20 years? The same political coloring will still be in existence. All right. So what it means is say, Ashanti region is there forever, Ghana is there forever. What we need to do as a catalyst, as a people, how we can put our minds together to move the region forward. So I want to encourage everyone, say, I'm your brother, I'm your colleague, I'm your nephew, I'm available, anytime there's any issue that you think that we need to work at, I am readily available. Once you let me know, we will take all the steps in making sure, say, we make Ashanti region and Ghana great again.
I hope, sir, in the next maybe 3 months' time, we have to do another interview. Now, questions no doors. The American microphone so is too much. Yantimia new baby, a sector. I'm saying 2 p.m. in your touch here. We have 3 minutes to go, but mami for 2 minutes. Near fancy way say friend. I hope say we'll be able to do it. For example, Crowford Market. That is one. And once a month, also President Kofone started a yente once in beam. I feel the toss to be a political, and also already a politics, your political career. I think say sometimes you'll be on one with the opportunity to be say so of being home now or anymore. It is all over the place of social media. Say you want to be a member of parliament, you want to start for job on so, which is such a fun place. Open contested primaries, which is NDC seat, and also Obeyano. Now the chatway, the Ashanti Fest, what is the idea behind the Ashanti Fest? Now, first, so time on Ashanti Fest, we say na Pajo Park, we were no social media, now she Soloku Cap. But later on, you are fighting Soloku people. Only Bafo, a J Bafo, square. What is the problem about afe ne kama muni na mo Ashanti region ghpage afe yehu ya ne se afe na mo to mane mo ho ye fa no nwie in the next 3 minutes ni fa nko.
But as it first one here on
Crowford Market.
The Crowford Market no say need dedicated funding. And under 24-hour economy policy you say district to be 24-hour economy center, every market center on as a night market on regular basis every time of the day, able to go in there, buy and order. And to region beer, district be a scenario. Crow from no came media, Sika Edema wasn't here because see new markets no. We saw that there is no sense in going to start something new when Crow from has been there stagnant and stalled. And the other President Kasaya, President Behe, President Tabao, I'm a vice so about. And they agree with that. As I speak with you now, a KMA 24-hour economy funding and they are attached into one contractors is okay. A finance ministry so boy with some funding to be able to top up and get it done. And they say no next set any attach and a woman they are committed to Crowford markets. Well, near Western by December this year, non committing by December this year. That's the time now the Amano. All things being equal by December this year. We'll see it. Okay, so the second question had to do with
your political career. We are told yourself contested a primaries job on so which is such a fun place and NDC seat in Ashanti region.
Great. And the rumors they be business come business consulted business drop on so business because many business for no. And the politics there are a lot of rumors. But what I believe in here say the Nankopon they are sharing Sunday our president so the man as regional minister. Many saw HABB as a president who say Major Juma what the man many ho air the fufra. At the end of the day, because man doing something. So the point is that I've had the opportunity to serve the president and to serve the country. For now, that is my focus. And I've not made any decision leaving my regional minister position for any other thing. Commitment of President Diamameno, that is what I am committed to.
Okay.
And the discussion be a whom be a no umayefa entro in chain.
Na solo kuswe.
And so look, yes, perfect. I mean, anything that brings the people together, because Ashanti Festival, Jama Festival, they are all avenues to mobilize people. May programs are. Sorry. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Good.
Yeah.
Sir, and go for your review. And go for hey, doctor, we want and there's a program no more attacking. No, they want you to bring out a better version of program. Every comments are about Suluku, moves and machine chair. Me promoting Suluku was just intended to make sure, say, as it were, it will be a better version for next year, as they want to do it. And I think, say, last time, you didn't come on, no, who say, and they say, the bond anymore. reviews of the man, similar reviews from the man, and admittedly, reviews from the man from Ashanti Fest 2025 and the March 2026. And we are hoping say it should be a better version of it moving into the future. So it's not as though we are fighting or we are against each other. No, it's about making sure we have the best for the region.
Honorable Bedasipa.